What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Charlitas. I'm your host, Luis, and to my left, I got
Sam.
Alma.
to my right.
Pamela.
Jair.
Yep, and today's episode 4, is called Tiempo libre or community service, where we're going to talk about our volunteering experiences and things like that. And so to start off today's episode, we're going to ask a simple question, which is, what is your favorite volunteering event that you guys have ever done over the years, whether it's in high school or college? Which event did you guys do that you guys enjoyed doing the most? I don't know who wants to go first. Would anybody like to go first? Okay.
I can go first. Yeah. So, what is my favorite volunteering event? I think it would have to be, there was this opportunity to go help out at an elementary school. And there was this program for parents who were trying to learn English as their second language. And through that program, they were able to bring their kids in as well. And the kids were able to get, like homework help or get help with their math, with their reading. Or there was also that opportunity to have have someone babysit your kid so that the parent was able to attend their English classes. And I was able to hang out with the cool teenagers and help them with their homework. And we all vibed and we talk about random stuff too. So it was nice knowing that I was helping a family, get the opportunity of learning English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, when did you do that event?
Sorry, what?
When did you do it?
Oh, I did it for a year and a half, my junior to senior year of high school.
That's a long time for a volunteer event.
Yeah, well, it was during the school month. So, yeah, so it fit my schedule really well because it was also late in the evenings. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and it helped with the community service hours I needed to complete for the clubs I was a part of. So.
Yeah, that's fire. Jair, you got one?
Yeah, mine's probably the Clark County food banks. Because when I was younger, we would with my family, we would go to places where they would give free food. And my mom said this one time when I was young, I hit him with the, and then they're like,
wait, what does that mean?
La bendición.
They're like, what is he doing? He's like,
a
oh, he's
blessing.
blessing y'all. That's la bendición. So yeah, it's full circle for me. Circle.
What about you?
Well, my favorite volunteer experience, I think, would have to be, I have a lot. Hold on. Because I was involved. No, I'm just kidding. But it was in junior year, I decided to be a volunteer at Peace Health. I think it was my favorite just because I was in the area that I saw myself in. And I did a lot of random tasks. But it was I don't know. Because I saw myself working there one day, I really enjoyed it. I felt like I was a part of it. I didn't do patient to patient interaction, right? But it was just helping out the nurses. So yeah, I think that one would have to be my favorite volunteer experience. Guys, BTW, I got over 150 hours just from that experience because it was ongoing. It was a commitment. But yeah, I think that one would have to be my favorite one, unless I think about another one. But yeah,
dude, I literally forgot I did that.
It felt so professional.
Too. Oh my god,
I was alone all the time.
Yeah, it
wait,
was
you did it too? I
You
know
did
you.
it too?
I know
Yeah.
Luis did it because I told him about it.
Whoa.
No, but yeah, it was really cool because you got the name tag.
Yeah.
And so access to some of the part of the, obviously the floor you were on, and a little apron. I don't know. I felt professional.
I forgot to return the apron.
That's crazy. Hey, you got him right here. Ladies and officers. Damn, I completely forgot. That might be my favorite one now that I think about it.
And then, and while I was volunteering there, they have the newsletter, and I just if you want to also show your talents or whatever, and there was a crochet option, and back in that time I was also crocheting, and so they ended up giving me free yarn to make baby beanies, and I was oh. So I think that also added to why it was my favorite volunteer experience.
And the staff was really nice too.
Yeah, they really were.
No one talked to me.
Oh.
Okay. Well, some of us had a really good experience.
I cleaned their toasters and all that.
You said what?
I cleaned their like toasters and coffee stuff.
First day on the job, I dropped the coffee machine on me because you know how you had to change the coffee.
Yeah.
Well, and some, at least in the one I was in, you had to change the coffee, or make more coffee for them. And I literally spilled it on like my arms, and it like they burned me. But like it was like my first day, so I couldn't like complain about it. So I just like my shirt was all dirty. I just put the apron and I just kept going because it was like 2 hours. Like I remember I used to volunteer like 2 hours.
I did it for like 4 hours.
Oh,
that's kind of insane.
The whole shift.
You were clocking in.
I was a nurse.
You were a nurse too. Yeah. Oh. I don't know. I can't decide, but you go. What's your favorite?
Well, I was hoping that like hearing you guys talk about your favorite volunteers experience, I would like remember the ones that I did. But
No
I
way.
literally don't. I mean, I remember some, but I'm like, what?
You never did the Peace Health thing?
No, I didn't do the Peace Health one. I don't remember why I didn't do it. I think like I was just like too lazy to do the whole application process.
Yeah, it was.
I was like,
because
nah.
you had to do orientation for that one too.
Yeah.
I was
and
able to do that.
And have your blood drawn.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
For what reason?
I think just so they have that on file.
Medical.
Yeah.
Like so you don't like contaminate, like get someone sick and
Oh.
all that.
I didn't know that.
I don't. I don't remember getting my
What?
blood drawn, but
Blood
Okay.
drawn and then flu shot too.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, that one makes sense. I guess the blood one does too, but yeah, I don't remember what my favorite one is. I mean, I probably do have one, but I just can't remember right now. Man, and I literally just had one, but then the whole like blood drawn thing, it was just like whoosh, flew out the window. But let's see. I know I did a lot of volunteering because, like, you know, as you said, part of clubs, like, to get those volunteer hours. And y'all know, like, Key Club, like, if you're in Key Club, you have to put in the hours, right?
Yeah.
Like, I remember I went to the food bank, too. The walk and knock. I remember the walk and knock. The walk and knock was fun. A lot of walking. Definitely
freezing.
a lot of walking. What else did I do?
Did you guys do the tree planting events with Watershed Alliance?
I never did those.
No, those were like a big like deal for NHS, National Honor Society. That like for example, for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, they would have a tree planting day, and all NHS had to sign up. Like that was a mandatory event. But yeah, Watershed Alliance always has those events if you're a nature person and want to go plant some trees.
Environmental justice.
Environmental justice. We're all about environmental justice
Or
here.
a landscaper.
Wait, what?
I said or a landscaper. Like I had a friend, like he was like, oh yeah, like this is easy. Like I've done this before. Like I helped my dad with his landscaping stuff.
light work.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my brothers, I don't remember why they did it, but they did it one year for the MLK Day and brought my dad along. And my dad works in landscaping, so my dad was like, oh, that was so much fun. And my brothers were like, yeah, he like did everything.
That's fire.
I do remember, like Bame said, like I've also gone volunteering in elementary schools. Those are always fun. Like, especially like elementary schools that you're not really familiar with, so you see new crowds. I've also, what else? Like, man,
You're talking, and that reminded me of. So we were part of the medical magnet program in high school, and I remember you saying you really liked this one, but it was when we did it was like a fire department event.
oh my
And
god,
it was like they like did our makeup to look like the. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. Oh my god, I do remember. That was, I blocked that because that was so. It was kind of embarrassing. Like they had us like choose like ¿Cómo se dice?
card.
Like a card, yeah, but like with like
With
a
your
story.
scenario?
Yeah, with your scenario, and it's like you are a victim of, I don't know, like whatever. Like one of our classmates who went was like, oh yeah, like you got
Impaled.
stabbed
Yeah.
with like a knife, and like they gave him like a headband with like the knife, so like it looked like it had like right across his forehead, like his brain. But they like did our makeup like what is it called? SFX makeup, like where, you know, they like made it look like we were bleeding.
Like in the movies and stuff.
Yeah, like we were bleeding and all. And then they're like, okay, like you guys are going to go into the practice building that they have, and you're going to act out what it says in the scenario. So some people, like, if you're like the knife dude, he just had to play dead because, like, obviously, you know. But, like, some other people had, like, oh, like, you
just, like, hurt your arm, so you're still able to, like, talk and stuff like that. And then the firemen who were, like, you know, trainees had to come and save you, but you just had to act the part of the injured person. I remember looking back, I was like, I really just, because it was weird.
It was so weird because I remember thinking, I was like, this is my moment. Like
your acting debut.
Yeah, I was like, they're gonna recognize me. They're gonna be like, wow, you did such a good job. Like I'm gonna be remembered for this. and then it came to it, and I was like, I was like, no. And I still remember it was an older person, and it was such a sweet old lady, and she was you know, she's doing her part. She was doing a good job. While me, I was like
messing it up.
I was not locked in. I was doing so bad. She's like, hey, are you okay? Like, can you walk? And I was just like, yeah. Yeah. And then we made it out, but oh man, I don't know if I was helpful for her, but wow, what a memory.
Damn.
And that was part of the medical magnet. They had us like volunteering too for the athletic medicine classes, right?
Oh my gosh, that's a whole different thing. Yeah.
I love those volunteering experiences too, because I always talk about the weight. Wait, what is that called?
Wrestling?
Yes, wrestling. I was like,
The weight.
it was like heavyweight championship.
WWE.
Thinking of WWE, the wrestling tournaments, and they had us like cleaning up blood, like as like the kids were like wrestling each other, and you're like ready with the towel, like if there's blood on the mat, and you're like, and the ref or whatever is like, blood needs to be cleaned up, and you're like running with your towel, and you're just like,
oh my gosh, I don't know why I was so excited to be part of that, like to do that. But yes, you mentioned like the athletic trainers, but then I was thinking of part of also medical magnet when they had the blood drive. And the role, you know, there was like different roles. It was like check-in, checking out. But then there was also those that like were with the person who was donating blood and just having them like talk. I always wanted to do that, but I knew that I'd probably like mess up. So I never did that part. But that's one we also did.
True.
But the athletic one was also pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. It was like also like a 6-hour tournament. Like we were also like locking in for a shift and clocking in for a shift for like, and we were just there to volunteer. But it was fun. It was fun. Sorry, I went very long.
Reminiscing.
I finally remember.
My favorite, I don't know, all the ones you guys mentioned I liked. I enjoyed working at Peace Health. It was pretty lit. Like, you got to help out. I got to talk to like a lot of patients and stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Got to not hand them food, but like I got to put like the food up for them and stuff like that. I used to sometimes like would just walk around the building. But it was fun. And yeah, I enjoyed like the wrestling tournaments too. But I think my favorite one was like I volunteered at Boys and Girls Club for like a little bit. And it's like right by my house, so it was like super easy to just get there. But like I remember like
Don't say that.
Oh, whatever. What's it called? And like I used to like read to like little kids and stuff like that, or like used to just like, you know, do activities with them. And I thought that was cool because I enjoy it. I enjoyed that a lot. So that was like probably my favorite one.
Why volunteer though? Like we all mentioned like so many volunteering experiences. But like why volunteer? Like why did y'all volunteer?
I had a lot of free time. No, I'm just kidding. One thing that when I was like starting to go into college, high school, they always mention like volunteer is very important. And I'm like, but why? Well, if you want to go to college, they look for your involvement in the community. They look for, you know, our past episode that if you guys watched it, you know, like scholarships, they ask for that type of work that you do. So, but I first started because I did honestly have free time, and I'm like, that sounds like interesting. But then as you know, I started to learn about like applying to college and scholarships. They looked for that, so that's why I did it, and that's why they are important, I think.
Luis?
I mean, I did it just because I was bored a lot of times, and because like my friends told me to, or like I would see like, for example, like you guys doing stuff, and I was like, I mean, I want to hang out with them, so like I would just like be like, all right, like I'll do it. But then like but it also became a thing of like, well, I actually do enjoy like coming to these events and like stuff like that. Otherwise, I would just be at home, not doing anything stuff. But yeah, I also know like some classes like required you to do like or like clubs too required you to like turn in hours. But like I'm pretty sure I went well over what I needed. Like I just liked it. It became, especially the peace health one, it just became like a thing that I just knew I had to do. It was kind of like like clocking in.
It was work.
Yeah, it was kind of like my work shift, and then I was like, oh, you know,
because it was a requirement, no, that you had like you had to complete a certain number of hours too.
Yeah, I don't know if it was for like Avid or something like that I had to like, that I decided to do that. But like, I'm pretty sure I went well over. And like, I don't know. They also gave free food at the Peace Health. at the Peace Health. So I used to be in the kitchen.
Was it good?
It was fire. It was fire. They actually have fire food. So thank you, Peace Health. But yeah.
When I volunteered, low-key also because of my friend's store, I was like, hey, we're hanging out for the better of the community.
When we do it together, we do.
Like
Exactly.
there was like a tree planting event. I was not in NHS or Key Club or anything. I was like, I looking back, like why? I don't even know why I was there, but like I just went, and it was like it was super early, no? Wasn't
Yeah,
it like
they
super
were-
Yeah,
early?
yeah,
majority
those
of
are
them,
early.
like, really early.
Yeah, and looking back, I'm like, wow, I don't even know why I did that. I don't think I had to.
It's
but
for the memory.
Active community member.
I just went for y'all and for the community. So
And yes. And also like, you know, like you mentioned the hours, like, cause some, like if you're an Avid required volunteer hours. Oh wait, I just remember there was this volunteer experience for Avid where we went to like that one hotel because it was an auction, like a Christmas auction.
Oh,
I couldn't go to that
Yes.
one.
Really?
I couldn't go to that one. No.
That one was crazy.
Yeah, that one was fun. I don't really remember what my job was, but I think it was like to pull out like the things
that they
being
were
auctioned. Yeah, and I was like, and like running it to the like.
Because you had to find them because
Right.
they gave you a list and then you had to go and find them and then
Yeah.
to give it
That
to
sounds
them.
fun.
Yeah,
I
that
had,
one
like,
was fun.
I had like a pillow, and then one of the pillows kind of like, I guess it like fell on me, and I felt so bad.
L volunteer.
But yeah, actually, yeah, I literally just remember that one. That one was fun too. Another reason I like to volunteer is because like it like gave you those types of like experiences, like places you will never be in otherwise. Like, because why was I at an auction for older people at a hotel on Saturday at 9 a.m? Like, but it was fun. It was really fun. And I think that's why I volunteered a lot because it gave me something to do, but also it gave me like fun new experiences that I got to see. And also like, I don't know, I guess if I volunteered, it just like gave me routines, you know, like it gave me like routines that I can stick to. And I was like, and my parents hated it, especially my mom, because like, you know, as a high school me, like I wasn't driving. My mom's like, oh,
Yeah, they had to take you everywhere.
I have to take you again. And I'm like, sorry.
all the way to Skyview.
And I'm always, and I would come home and I'd be like, ugh, you have to take me to this place, Mom. And like the whole time I signed up for it.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, it's mandatory. But like, low key, you just wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Then I'm remembering like the athletic medicine ones, because like we used to be like in the basketball tournaments too, or like in the basketball games, and we used to just be sitting like next to Turcotte. Oh, sorry. Well, shout out to you, Turcotte. But low key, I low key thought it was so cool to just sit there next. I was like, ooh, so much aura. Because sometimes people would come up to us and be like,
Can you give me ice?
yeah.
Look at
Be
this.
like, how are y'all doing that? Like, what are y'all doing? So be like, don't worry about it. It's something little that like only our school does it. It's like low key, hella aura.
You're
Hella
top
aura.
dog.
Top dog. I was top dog there. And then like as soon as like something would happen, get out of my way.
And didn't we like would get into those games sometimes for free because we were
Yeah,
that
friends,
too.
so we're like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I don't have to pay.
It's like we're medics. And we're just cleaning up. Fire though.
We sat there the whole game doing nothing.
I mean, sometimes we did have to tape people and like give people like band-aids and
Ice.
stuff like, or, like
Band-aids. Here
or,
you
like,
go.
not, they have like a cut. It's like no, but like we used to like give them ice and stuff like that. So that was also kind of cool.
I remember seeing like a sprained, or maybe he broke his hand. I don't know. I know he had to go to the hospital after, but I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Can I touch it? I don't know if you remember. So, I got to experience that too. It's like those, cool moments.
The dude's like in pain and you're like, wait.
No. He was very like, yeah, go ahead, look. Isn't it bad? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That
Yeah,
one-
I'm happy
yeah.
we got to do that.
Yeah, like now that I think about it, like, wait, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also like, can you guys tell that we had like a whole lot of free time and like not that we weren't like fun.
I wasn't just doing those. I was doing a lot of stuff, but not just that.
Yeah, we promised we did other things.
Yeah, we promised we did more stuff. We were really involved in just everything. And then like I feel like other ones like I don't know if you could call like the stuff we do with Mecha also volunteer.
I think
Like
so.
Yeah.
Like, Mecha Baile or like
Yeah.
even like the mental health fair that we did, which like kind of going back to like yes, we are having like a lot of fun in these events, but like we are also trying to like, make a positive impact on the community or kind of, try to like bring the community together. I feel like the ones were like for me that I felt like highlighted that the most were in those like events like the mental health fair, because it's like we were getting parents involved. We got like to talk with like all these like professionals and stuff like that. And then like, parents got to come with their kids and stuff like that. We got students involved to like do like a bunch of activities or like to lead people places.
I held the door.
Door holder right here. We still remember. We still appreciate that. So like for me, like, I don't know, like that's also like a part obviously of why we love to volunteer at those events, because of the community. So
Mm-hmm. And sometimes like in that moment, like you're just like, you don't even think about like what you're doing really, like the impact that it's going to have. Like, for example, like, at the food bank, like you're just, oh, I'm like, organizing food and whatnot. But there's like people in the community who really, appreciate that because they utilize the food bank. And like when we were doing the mental health fair, like we just like took on a really big project. And we're like, yeah, like we don't know what we're doing, but at the end, like the result, like and the impact that it had, not only on the community, but I think on ourselves too. Like I think that was, I think that's really significant. And like something else that I will probably remember when somebody else says a trigger word, because I forgot again.
it's okay.
It was part of our character development.
What do you guys think?
Well, for me, I didn't get to do that stuff with you guys, and now I'm getting FOMO. But for me, why did I do volunteering? Apart from it being like a requirement for like classes and clubs, like we mentioned, it was because, well, specifically for the volunteering event that I mentioned, working at the elementaries, I think it was because like I thought I was making a big impact, low key, because seeing those parents learning English and me playing a role in them, like developing their professional, skills. Like I was like, wait, this is me helping a parent, I don't know. I felt like I was making a big impact. And I honestly saw those parents as like my parents. And I was like, wait, yeah, like they're kind of like my parents and I'm helping them. So I don't know. I think maybe I was very sentimental about it. And that's why I really enjoyed doing it. But I also just really enjoyed being around people that I usually wouldn't be around and meeting new people, because for when I was in the medical magnet, I did this volunteering event at, I think it was at Peace Health, and it's a take back medicine event where you're able to drop off, expired medicine and have it properly disposed of. And a lot of my classmates, some of my classmates went, but they're my classmates that like I don't usually talk to, but when you're in those spaces around like other adults, like you kind of become besties in that hour that you're volunteering. And I remember me and this girlie got super close. And then after that, like we said hi to each other for forever in the hallways. And now I see her in college and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's my girlie. And she's like, hey, how you been? And I feel like we would not have talked if it wouldn't have been for that volunteering event. So yeah, I think it also just has to do with me meeting new people because I'm also very introverted and like meeting new people is scary. But when you're in that space, you just kind of like, hey, we're in this together for the next hour. So might as well get to know each other.
Right. And like, also, I remembered my point immediately when you started talking.
Seems like, wait,
and I was like, remember. Like I was going to talk about like that one time we went gift wrapping. During Christmas time and we went gift wrapping.
Yeah.
And that was like super like, first of all, I love wrapping gifts. Like I just love wrapping gifts. Like I find it so satisfying to do. But also like Bame was mentioning, like there's also something like really sweet of seeing like, I can't imagine how many like volunteers went, like over 100. Like there's something so sweet about seeing so many people come together to like do something for the community. Like, I don't know. I just find it like so heartwarming. And it's not only like older people, you know, like there was young people and there was people of like different demographics and we all just came together for like one reason, and that was to gift wrap so that families could have gifts during Christmas. And I was like, and so like also when you volunteer at these events and see like the people that come to, you know, make things happen, like it's heartwarming. I don't know, like, oh man, people care.
And I think it's, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry. I'll make it quick. And I also love, like, you don't understand how big of an impact you're making until someone from that event, like, comes up to me and it's like, thank you so much for coming. Like, we really appreciate your time. Like, I've had times where from volunteering events, I've received, like, cards. And they're like signed by students or something. And they're like, oh, thank you for dedicating your time. Or like, we really appreciate it. And that's so freaking cute. And I just love that because it really shows like, you think you're not making an impact or you're just there. But like, it does make a positive impact and people appreciate it.
Going back to what Sam said with the gift wrapping, like when I was little too, I was one of those kids that got like a present from like, you know, those like donations and all that. It was cool. Damn, shout out to my mom. She knows a lot of resources. She would also volunteer. And she was like, oh yeah, like it was cool because like when I would volunteer, they would always give me like free food or like free like clothes and all that. She's like, you gotta be smart.
Right. And that like leads us to like another point, how maybe also like a reason why we really like to volunteer, or like why we dedicated so much time to volunteering, is because we want to like give back, you know, because the community has given us so many resources that we kind of just want to like give back. I think that's like a big part of as to why so many people volunteer and to why so many people like you know, are active in the community, I think, right?
It's like full circle for me.
Right. Isn't that like your second time mispronouncing the word circle?
Like, did they notice?
Sorry.
I can move it on to like the next point. Another reason why at least like we highly encourage people to like do these events, especially if you're a high school student or even a college student, is because a lot of the events that we did, we got to put in like resumes, like whether it was for like jobs or like we got to put in like our scholarship applications. That check out the last episode that we did. But yeah, it's like events that like I still have those events in like my applications that like when it's like, what did you do? Or like, what are some extracurriculars, or like, what are like volunteering events and stuff like that? Boom. All the things I did, go right there, you know? And like, I have a lot to pick from that I did. So like, that's also like a super, big benefit just for like yourself too, you know?
It's good because like even if you don't have experience for like a job, you have that experience.
Yeah.
Which, you know, you don't have to apply to or anything.
That's true.
that was well said, Jair. But I was gonna add to, like, it doesn't just add to your professional, it's also to your personal. You get to discover who you are through the events that you do. For example, you know, I wanted to try working at Peace Health, so I did the volunteer experience, and I liked it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Serves as a, what do you like to say? The lore, your own lore.
It's for the plot.
It's for the plot. You know, I don't know. It's those experiences that also make you who you are. So.
And you might meet new friends, like Bame said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gift wrapping event, goated.
That was really fun. And like, it seems like, oh, you know, I was just gift wrapping. I don't know. I think it also like shows your dedication, you know, shows your dedication, which is, like Luis said, always like good to show in a resume or in a personal statement. And, you know, those college peeps, those scholarship peeps, they
eat that up.
They love to see an active community member, you know?
And I think we mentioned this and also in the previous episode, go check it out if you haven't, that you may meet someone who like offers you a job because of the community work that you do. Like it always comes back to growing your network. Like the more you get to know people, the more opportunity you have of experiencing other opportunities, you know, like you mentioned working volunteering at Peace Health. Like, we never know. They could have been like, wait, you're an amazing, like, you know, worker. We'd like to offer you something. Like, you never know what's going to happen when you're volunteering and you're meeting all these new people. So
that's true,
that's
because
also a good thing.
How many times have we heard like, oh yeah, I started off volunteering here and then they gave me an internship and then they gave me a job.
Exactly. It's like,
That sounds like our story. Or just kidding.
Wait,
because like
hold on.
life imitating art. Oh, life imitating art.
Hold on, wait. Actually,
Like, are we proof of that?
we're a prime example, actually.
Exhibit A. You're right. I totally, yeah.
I never thought about that, actually.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, because we started off doing all these projects, and you mentioned, you know, the mental health fair, and like, if you've been following us since day one, that's how we started with working with Diana. And now look at us, we're doing this
We're
podcast,
hosting this podcast.
Yeah, so here's the proof.
It works. I
Like-
promise.
It does
Write it
work.
down.
You know, it might take a while.
If you want to get involved, like how can you start? Like, you know, I know like not everybody can get to do like some of the events that we did, but like a lot of the events that we talked about, like the tree planting or like the food bank or food drives and stuff like that, I know are really big. Boys and Girls Club is still like, all these programs are still going on and you can still be a part of them. I don't know necessarily you even have to be like in high school to do them, just so if like you want to get out there. And again, like we were saying, like, yeah, like it does benefit you do benefit yourself, like you benefit from it, but the community also benefits from it. And you also get like the chance to like network with people and like meet people that are also, you know, there to just also like help the community or also want to connect or something like that. So, you know, all these events are still going on. And LNW also has like a lot of events where we love to have volunteers and stuff like that, whether it's like students or professionals that can come and like help us out, whether it's like the conference or like Civic Minds and things like that. All the events that we do, basically, you know, we love like collaborating with like different organizations, and they have their own volunteers. And we like the network just, once you're like in it, especially like in Vancouver, like you kind of start like knowing like all the organizations and stuff. And like we know a lot of people from different organizations that like, you know, we currently like, I was like, we see them at another event, like, hey, how are you doing?
Like the mutual friends on like LinkedIn.
Right. If you have LinkedIn, yeah, you can connect with them. So yeah, just, you know, that's like also like another big part of why, at least like we want to encourage like you, the listener, whether you're in high school or not, to like, you know, do these events because they're really good.
Mm-hmm. And volunteering can also, like Luis said, like, you know, benefit you. And it gets you into like different fields, so then that you can like, if you're a high school youth who's like still like uncertain of what they want for their future, like volunteering can, you know, open those doors to different fields, and you might be able to determine what you like, maybe not, and that's okay. Maybe like you just need more like different volunteer experiences or more time within those fields. But I know that's also like why like high school youth should volunteer, because it just, I don't know, it gives you like ideas for what it is that you want in the future.
Yeah, I know you got to do like, I don't know if it was like an internship or like a volunteering thing, but like still like you got to do like the thingy at the airplane museum.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, like how do you feel like that kind of like also helped you? Because like now you're like a mechanical engineer who like, you know, we get to like talk about things like aerospace and stuff
a little,
like
yeah.
that. You know?
I worked. It was work, but
okay.
yeah, I helped like at the like airplane museum, and like, you know, you pretty much just like, I was like a camp counselor. I like taught kids like science of like airplanes and all that.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It taught you that you like the science of airplanes.
Yeah.
And the kids?
The kids are cool too. I made friends. The kids are cool. They're like, I was like their uncle.
Yeah, so like, yeah, like if you have like a specific idea of what you want to do, like, or like you're thinking about it, volunteer in that kind of area. There's like volunteering opportunities that you can find, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like that reminds me of my brother. He had to go volunteer for NHS at like a basketball game, I think. And they put him in the concession stands and he was like the cashier. And he's like, that was so fun. Like, I'm going to get a cashier job now. And my brother, who actually works as a cashier, was like, no, you don't.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's cool,
but
though.
also that does remind me, like sometimes like during those volunteer experiences, like, you know, maybe not all of them will be positive. And like some of them you'll meet like people who aren't very kind, especially to like, you know, our Latino listeners or our, you know, our brown listeners out there. Like sometimes like you will be faced with some unkind people, which, you know, it is what it is. And I hope like that doesn't steer you away from it, especially like the young ones, like the high school youth, because sometimes you're like, yeah, I'm like not even worth it like anymore, like because of the negative experience you have. But, you know, I'd recommend still going out there.
Yeah, doing it with your friends too.
It gets you out of your like bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't know, do you guys have anything else that you guys want to add or anything?
What's our social media handle, Bummer? Because I know you post a lot of wonderful events and volunteer events that are for high schoolers. So
Yes, I do. And my handle for Latino Leadership Northwest is Latino Leadership Northwest. So make sure to follow. I do try to, you know, repost stories from our partnering organizations that are asking for volunteers. And usually those volunteer events are geared towards not just students, but like families as a whole, so that even little kids can participate in, because, you know, volunteering isn't just limited to high school students. Like you can start early on, or like if you're a parent, you're an adult, like you can still show up with your kid. That's a great bonding opportunity, and you're doing good for the community. So it's like one bird with
Dos pájaros un tiro.
You got it.
it's something like that. Y'all know what I meant.
2 stones.
2 stones with one bird.
No, yeah, but yeah, we post a lot of stuff, and also like check out like your high schools or like whatever, like the community. Like there's always community centers that also have like volunteer opportunities. Don't be afraid to just show up and ask, how can I help? Or I'd love to be a part of this, and I guarantee you will not regret it.
Or even if you just want to learn something, just be like, I want to learn how to do this.
Exactly.
And LNW actually also offers some volunteering opportunities. I know many of you know about our conference that we hold every October, and we are always looking for volunteers to help manage that. And if you want to sign up, you can find, or maybe not right now because it's early on, but you will be able to go onto our website and sign up for that. And if you follow us on Instagram, I'll let you know when that's up. So make sure to follow us.
I think with that, we can close this episode today. We want to thank you guys so much for watching, and we want to shout out our sponsors.
Thank you to the Inatai Foundation and Peace Health Community Fund for sponsoring the video.
Yep. Thank you to you guys. Oh, do you want to say something?
And, you know, as always, disclaimer, what we say in this video and in all videos is just based off of our personal lived experiences. Not professional advice, but, you know, just friendly advice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, you know, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Please follow us in our socials. We're going to link them down below. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Charlitas. This has been the Charlitas group. Yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much. Peace.
We hope to see you out in the community.
Thank you for the Inatai Foundation and Peace Health Community Fund for sponsoring this video.